Well, I'm going to share a few things that are going to make worm farming easier for you. So look into this and let me know your thoughts. Number one, when it comes to your worm bin, as you can see, I use Rubbermaid totes, and all of my videos throughout the beginning, I have just been using totes, and that's what worked best for me. Other people have invested money into getting kits. You can spend certain price ranges from 80 to about 190 bucks, depends on what type of worm farming kit you need. They have, an urban worm bag or worm bin 360. When you check on your worm farms, you're going to have to keep them moist. And what you could do, you could go inexpensive, get yourself an empty water bottle, put a few holes in it, and you can apply that to your worm bin to get it moist. Or you could use a spray bottle. People have been using these, but for me, that takes too long because you got to keep pumping it that way. I invested in a sprayer like this back in the day. It's a 1-gallon sprayer. It worked really well. Got things done quick, but now my best go-to sprayer is my mini sprayer. This little thing, it's about a liter sprayer. It gets the job done. So think about what type of sprayer you want to use. And if you want to get a sprayer, this is an inexpensive sprayer to look into. If you don't want to get your hands dirty, even though my gloves are dirty, gloves are good to invest into. They're cheap and inexpensive. So gloves will help you to keep your nails clean. Back in the day, I didn't use my gloves. But since I've been doing worms for a lot more, I decided to use gloves. And also, another good investment would be a garden rake. This is a good thing to look around your bin. It won't harm your worms. And the thing that makes me cringe is when I see people use garden spades checking their worms. Because the garden spades, you got a good chance of cutting your worms up. But this one here, it's more of a stimuli to relax them while you back scratch their skin. Bubble wrap's another good thing to use. Back in the day, I didn't use bubble wrap, but now I found out that bubble wrap is a great addition to your worm bin. It keeps the bins a lot moister. But a word of caution when it comes to using bubble wrap, sometimes worms will get in between the bubble wrap and they could die. You might lose maybe 5 or 6 worms throughout the journey, but 5 worms compared to 6,000 worms, they're not gonna make a difference when it comes to just losing a couple of worms. A shredder is another great investment that worm farmers use. And now for me, when it comes to shredder, the best thing to do is to pick a shredder that is able to cut at least 12 sheets of paper. And if it says that it can cut credit cards up and CDs, that's the type of shredder you'd want to look into, because that will get the job done and that will cut your cardboard with no problems. So look into getting a shredder if you don't have one. You're going to need something to sift your castings. And back in the day, this is the first sifter I ever used to sift my castings. It worked really well. It got the job done. But now I invested into another sifter. I have 2 different sifters. If you're interested in this, check the links in the pinned comment, because you're going to have access to this nice sifter. A lot of worm farmers nowadays, they go to this sifter, and it's a great investment. And also, if you have a few extra dollars, you can go upgrade. You can get sifters that you can just shake them on a roller, or you can buy a trommel. It depends on how big your business is, or you can make your own worm sifter. But a sifter is something to look into. But look into what you have, because you might have something in your house that you don't even have to spend any money on. Now, if you're going to make some worm tea, you want to invest into a air pump. And this is just an aquarium pump. And this is what I use to make my worm tea. It's inexpensive. It's within like the probably $15 to $20 price range. It's a great investment. So an air pump is definitely a great investment to add into your worm farming journey. So these are a few things that are very helpful to a worm farm. That's what has helped me become successful. Try things out that work for you. But a question for you, I want you to leave it in the comments box. What have you used, or what are you thinking about buying or trying to make your worm farming better. But I want to leave you with this video right here. So I'll see you in the next one.